In this YouTube video, I'm going to teach you out there how to make a quick Sibiki rig. So if you want to know how to do that, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to be walking you through setting up a Sibiki rig. A quick and effective Sibiki rig. And you'll need a couple of things. You'll need a spool of line. The line varies depending on like what size fish you're gonna use, probably the color of the water too, because you obviously don't want the fish seeing your line, because that could be a big problem for you catching bait fish and stuff with it. Because some places actually it's illegal to throw a cast net, believe it or not, but it's not illegal to catch bait with a Sibiki rig. So some places you may see a ton of bait fish, like pinfish for example, that you could use for bait, and you can catch a lot of them too, because there's normally a lot of them. But you want a spool of line. I think 10 pounds of mono will be perfectly fine. I don't think really the brand really matters. A sinker, if you want. A sinker will help you sink a little bit, because you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom. You just want to go halfway, especially if it's deep water. Say 15 feet of water, you probably only want to go down for like 5 feet. You know, you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom, unless it's really, really cold. Because if it's really cold, then those bait fish might be down at the bottom. But, you know, simple, you know, sinker at the end of the line. And I'll show you, I'll show you the sinker, because I don't have a sinker. You can always get like an egg sinker and run it through the hole, and then still put it at the bottom of the line as well if you want to do it that way. Anyways, let's move along here. So you can get a case of hooks, something like similar to this here, off of like eBay, or off of Chinese websites and stuff too. They claim that there's like normally 500 hooks in these boxes. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll give you a close look of these hooks real quick for you guys to see that. So if you want to see what these size hooks are and all, and I'll show you pretty much the size hook that I recommend for catching pinfish and stuff. Obviously, the bigger size bait you want to go for, you'll obviously want a bigger hook. So normally I go with a hook about this size right here. If you can see this hook right here, that's about the size hook that I will go with when I am going for pinfish right here, if you can see this. So you would get like roughly, I recommend you go with like 4 hooks, and I'll show you how to thread these on real quick. So if you want to see that, I'll show you how to thread these on and tie them up and stuff. It's going to be kind of sloppy, because this is meant to be a quick setup, you know, to get your bait going and get some bait, not looking all pretty and stuff. So if you want real pretty, you can take your time with it, but I'll show you how to rig it up real quick. So alright, so I have about 4 hooks down right here you can't see. Now I'm gonna show you how I do this whole Sibiki rig setup here. So I take some line, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the end of the line, which is about right here somewhere. You might be able to see it. It's just like the end of the line. And what we're going to do is try to grab these hooks right here, and we're going to thread it through. So we're going to put that hook right here all the way through. So we're going to put it all the way down, like that. Then we're going to grab another hook. And I apologize, because I'm actually sitting next, like right behind my refrigerator doing this video, so my GoPro is probably picking that up. So we're just going to thread these 4 hooks on just for now. We'll space them out in just a minute. And this is the last one. So this is a total of 4 hooks that I have on here on a line, right? Now, this end here that we ran the hooks on, right? We ran the hooks onto this little area here. We could put a sinker on here, you know, by just like running a sinker through this line and then tying, you know, just like a simple knot. You know what I mean? Just like a simple knot is what you could do. So all you could do. Alright. So when it comes to these hooks, right, you're gonna want to space them out from each other. So I'm gonna go about what I would recommend you to use. You'd space them out about 6 inches apart. Okay, we're gonna take our hook, if you can see this, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a simple overhanded knot. Is here, if I can get the hook from stabbing me. And trust me, this is very sloppy. You can take your time and make it a lot better. This is just meant to be a quick video to show you how to make a quick Sibiki rig, and it's not super special or anything. It's just meant to be to get you some bait real quick. It's not meant to be like super, like, you know, great and all that stuff. I just don't like to have it kind of dangling, the hook kind of dangling, because if you have too much line you'll have it really dangling. See how we just did this super simple overhanded knot right here on this, and then you want to just bring this just as close to the hook as possible, so it's not like super hanging, but looks like it's gonna just hang anyway. So that's one little Sibiki hook right here. That's just gonna just be right there like that. And then we're gonna go down to our next hook, space them all out. Now what we have here, just for a quick look, right, is we have 2 little Sibiki hooks set up here. So when this is in the water, right, what happen is you'll have one hook here that'll be kind of like hanging in the water. You probably can't see that hook right here. You have that little hook right there that'll be kind of hanging like this here in the water, right? You have another hook down here, right? You have this right here, and I'll show a picture at the end of the video of what this Sibiki rig looks like just without the hook, without the sinker, because I don't really think I have a sinker. I could probably put a, it's not the ideal sinker that I would like to use for this video demonstration, but you know, it'll do, I guess. It got, I think, 2 more hooks to tie up. We'll space it out roughly 6 inches apart, or more, roughly like that much. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, because you're probably best off, after you use this Sibiki rig, cutting the hooks off and putting them aside in back of your tackle box or whatever, and just saving them for another day rather than keeping it all together, because it's just gonna get tangled up anyways when you go to put it, if you try to put it away. So that there's another little Sibiki set up right there. Now let's do the last one, the last little hook real quick, which is way over here on my spool, right? And we'll see where we are on this one. So probably down about here will be good. Let's do our quick, simple overhand knot like that. Alright, so this here is the Sibiki that I just put together right here. You got your top hook up there, right up there. You might be able to see this. This is where you could tie this to a swivel right here. This right here, you could tie this to a swivel and then run it to your main line, like your braid or whatever you have, right? So you tie a swivel to this and run it to your braid. And then right here you got 1 hook hanging right? So it's going to be hanging in the water like that with a little piece of shrimp on it. See that hook right there hanging? Then down here, right, we got another little hook hanging right here. It'd have a little piece of shrimp on that one right there too. And then a little further down, start getting further down, we got another hook right here. See that? That one have a piece of shrimp on it too. And then the last one down here at the bottom, this one would have a little piece of shrimp on it too, which is right here. And then if you wanted to put this tag in, which you may not be able to see too well because I probably can't see where it's my camera's aiming at, but you tie a sinker on this so it helps it sink and stay hanging down like that right here. So it'd be straight down like that. We'll swing it around the water, or some little shrimp pieces on it, frozen shrimp, dead frozen shrimp like that, right? And you get yourself a bite. And that's how you make a Sibiki rig. Quick, simple, easy Sibiki rig. And then when you're done, you just cut the hooks off this line and just toss the line away, because I mean you could buy a big spool of like 10-pound monofilament, a big old spool, and make Sibiki rigs and catch your own pinfish, and you know, do it that way. And I highly recommend you use frozen shrimp. Squid might work, frozen squid might work, but definitely you know, frozen shrimp, frozen dead shrimp works great. You peel the shell off of it, right, and then you just put the meat on, small little pieces of meat on these hooks, not big pieces, just small pieces of meat on these hooks right here. Just some small little bitty pieces of meat on these hooks, and little pinfish will guaranteed that if they're there, they'll hit it, you know, they will hit it. Anyways though, that pretty much wraps up this video. Hopefully this video has helped some of you guys out, and if it has, you can feel free to hit the like button on that video. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hopefully this video did come out pretty good, I hope, because I am kind of scared, other than that freaking annoying noise of my refrigerator that's next to me that I record from, because I don't have a really good spot to record at. Anyways though, if you haven't become a subscriber to this channel yet, become a subscriber today, and thanks for watching.